Guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're well. Some of you have heard me mention this, and maybe the video will help someone out, maybe it won't. That's a lot of why I do this, is maybe it'll help someone, or maybe someone will get some entertainment out of it. I don't know. Simple Man's 250 sent this up a while back. He got it from one of his buddies, got it cleaned up, and I'm telling you, it is one nice saw. No doubt in my mind it is a low hour. This thing has a ton of compression for a 45cc saw. You really have to, you can't play with it, you really have to crank it. I think he said it may have set for a while, I don't know, but this thing, you can let it sit for a week, 2 weeks, it'll fire on the second pull every time. It does kind of have like a old fuel odor or something. I think I've got a diaphragm kit here for the carb. May end up just putting it in it just in case. But, we'll have to see. We'll learn more when we get out here and do some test cuts. But we done his brother Calvin's 250. Or it was actually his ground man, I think, that works with him. One of them deals, it was his saw. They sent it up here and I completely rebuilt that and done a little mild port work on it. And, for a 45cc saw, that little thing flat out got with it. But, these things cut good in stock form, there's just no arguing it. But it's why there's millions of them around everywhere. But I'll show you guys that it runs. But he sent it up here and said he wanted it as hot as I could get it, so we're gonna do some grinding on it. I ain't gonna butcher it, but we're gonna try to turn the heat up on this little saw a little bit. She runs dang good. Like I said, the thing starts easy. So what I'm going to do, I think I said it already, I've got a new Forester bar and chain. Honestly, I had bars and chains that would fit the mount, but they were all 3/8 low pro. So, and I've got a 250C out here in the shed that I really don't know what all it's going to need. I've got some parts here already for it, mainly because they were free. Well, technically they wasn't free, but it is what it is. We'll get into that another day, another story, but anyway, we've got a little 250C we're going to do eventually. It'll be a little hot rod as well. I've built work saw after work saw. I've got them sitting here everywhere that, you can take out and cut stumps with, or fell trees with, or cut round after round of hard firewood. I've just gotten to where most of the ones I'm going to do for myself are going to be pretty dang hot from here on out. And I've lost my scrunch. Let me pause you guys and find it. Minutes later, somehow it had made its way to the back of the bench, back there behind everything. There's some little compartments where stuff always ends up at. I think it was where I was running the black saw, and I guess it just kind of vibrated back through there. That's the story I'm going to stick with anyway. But we'll know more when we get back here to the log and get the saw cleared out, if it makes any sense. Blow the sud out of it, is the term I think we use around here. That sprocket doesn't even hardly have the least little bit of wire on it. So I was going to do this a week ago. I think it was last Wednesday or something. I got out here, it was pouring rain. Nothing really much else to do. About the time we done the, I don't know, sometimes I'll do these and upload them, days after or something, but I've never owned a Forester bar. I've had one Forester chain here, but not to get off topic, but sometimes I'll do a video and it's a couple of days before I upload it. It just depends on how busy we are with things and if I have time to do it. This wasn't bad with as high as everything is right now after taxes, shipping and everything. This bar was 41 bucks, I think. It was actually the best deal I could find. I think it's an 18. Yeah, she's an 18-inch. It's full comp. They said full chisel, but honestly, it kind of looks like a semi-chisel. But on this saw, on this application, I don't really care about that. Once it dulls and I put it in my grinder, it's gonna change the profile of it anyway. But they did send us a file with it. I have no idea if it's any good, but I dulled the chain, the HIPAA chain cutting stumps. So let's just lay it in here. That way we'll know which file it is. I've got a drawer in my big red box that's just full of different files and saw files, and I'm sure most of you guys do as well. I bought a whole pack of 7/32 files at Tractor Supply. I've not even took them out of the pack to see if they're any good. I don't even remember what brand they were, something they had there, but I do remember it being a good deal for a pack of, like, I think it was 5 files or maybe half a dozen files in it. But as always, things are never my way. But yeah, everything I had here was 3/8 low pro. And you can't do 3/8. I've seen people do it. We'll just leave it at that. I actually had a bar and chain here that would have fit it. I built Hulls Forma or Farmer Tech 250 kit saw years back. I don't know how far back. It's on the channel somewhere. About half of it still is, I think. That thing had one problem out of the other. It was back when their quality control was still just garbage. That's so weird. It's got a hole right here. If you guys can see me pointing at it there. But that goes in. Maybe it's like a chain catch. I don't know. That thing just, I got it running. It ran good, but it just, once it get hot, the ignition would go to laying out. Had carb trouble first. That lined out and then run it a little, and the ignition went to laying out. It just one little issue after another. I ended up putting it on eBay as a parts saw. I think I got back out of it about what I paid for the kit. I bought it on, I think it's a Father's Day deal they were having. I think I give like 75 bucks for it, and I'm wanting to say it had free shipping. And honestly, it's about what I got back out of it on eBay. I done a 372 kit the same way. The cases on it were uneven. You had to run the thickest base gasket on that thing before it would seal up and not have an air leak. They really needed put in a mill and milled down. Again, it was back when quality control was just garbage. That chain's okay sharp. I don't know, maybe it is a chisel wit. Kind of hard to tell with them small cutters, but we get a little bar on this thing and we'll go out back, and I'm going to see if I can find a tape measure here and we'll measure that log. I do have one that's a little bigger, but you know, I don't want to pull the log out of the stand and put another one in. It just is what it is, I guess. But bring you guys back shortly. Alright guys, our camera can make things look funny, so I don't know if we even be able to read that from back there, but we're like 9 1/4, 9 1/2 inches on that in the biggest spot. She's actually somewhat longer than that going through, getting close to 10 inches, but just so no one thinks I'm crazy and don't know the measurement of a log or something, but in this size of wood, I don't know, it'll be hard to make a big difference on the saw, but we'll just have to see. I'm being silly. I need to slide it out just a little, not a lot. is right at about the same size all the way through. 6, 7, 8. We're about the same all the way through, so we'll just make first cut will just be clear the saw out, and then we'll probably do a cut or two just full send with it. Just see what we're working with. Alright guys, that'll be plenty. We'll do our work on the saw in a day or two. We'll come back and get her warmed up. What I'll do, I've got a pile of stuff back here. We'll warm it up with some of this stuff and do, you know, a cut kind of light, kind of let it feed itself. And then, you know, like I said, we'll just go into it full all out and see what we've done. I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright guys, that's all freaking rips to be stock. In that size of wood, I ain't gonna lie to anyone. I don't see us knocking a lot of time off of it, but we'll just have to see. In something bigger, yes, but in a 9.5 inch piece of round of wood, it's gonna be hard to knock a lot of time off of the saw. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie to anyone there. I did tack the saw. It's kind of crazy what it's turning, but I know for a fact these things have really hot port timing right out of the gate. If a little wireless tack is right that I've got, it was a freebie I was sent, so who knows. It's showing 14 grand out of the wood. That's kind of insane, but you know, I've seen that a lot on smaller saws. But you know, we'll just have to see where everything's at when we get it tore down and agreed. But this is kind of going to be part one, I guess, because it's probably already longer than I wanted it to be. Part 2 will be the tear down, and then, you know, of course, part 3 will be showing you the, you know, what port work's done to it, and you know, hopefully some really good end results, I hope. But I ain't getting my hopes up and expecting to be able to shave a lot of time off of it and that size of wood. But the Forester chain, who knows, time will tell. You know, I'll have to get my 250 done or convert one of my top handles to 325, and that'd be kind of crazy to put that on one of them. It'd be insane, really. But you know, it is what it is. We'll do some cuts here with this thing. We'll find something to noodle on with once it's done, and give us a better idea how it cuts. But it grabs and pulls okay. It's not the grabbiest pulling chain I've ever used, but you know, for right out of the box, it ain't half bad either. But I'll try to throw up the time of the cuts, and then, you know, as always with the end video, we'll kind of do a before and after, and hell, who knows, we may slow the thing down. I've had that happen back in the very beginning, you know, do a saw and it run worse than it did stock. It's just, you know, how we learn to do things. But whatever it is, what it is, that was a long time ago, but I've not butchered one in a lot longer than I can remember. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. Y'all stay safe, and everybody have a good one.